which they already have. They should have increased already to the point that we can easily make up for that.
Right.
I know people hate to hear that my property value is going to go up because that means they're paying more in taxes.
Right.
That's just the way.
It's the nature of the beast.
That's the nature of the beast. So I think that we should be able to use that increase in property tax values to make up for that. And then also, like I said, there's funding out there that I think is probably left untapped. And I mentioned Red a while ago being the one who's going after grants and stuff like that. Actually, there is some talk and a push in Austin right now to dedicate a portion of our gas tax that we pay at the pump. That all goes to the state for the maintenance of state roads right now. There's a push to put a penny of that towards county roads across the state. So that's going to be helpful. Of course, that's 2, 4, 6 years down the road, depending on how long it takes them to get it through legislation.
And if we can get any of them to really jump on board of losing some of their money as well. But,
I guess the main thing is I just want people to understand that I do take a proactive approach to most things, and I intend to take a very proactive approach to county government and to be civil about it. That's my main push.
Right.
So I guess that's it.
And early voting starts on Tuesday. You'd appreciate their vote.
Well, yes, I appreciate your vote, and we'll know in a couple of weeks how this thing turns out.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that I've heard some of the others say that they're fixing to hit the ground this weekend some and try to, talk to as many people as they can. So, of course, I know you've said it, you've had it on your Facebook, you're open to conversations. I know that I've talked to people that you've actually come to their house and knocked on their doors and come in and sit down and had conversations with, and they very much appreciate that opportunity to have those conversations. And hopefully you listen to some of this and you get something out of it today. You kind of see where Matt stands and what point he is trying to get across and where he's trying to be as a commissioner. And I truly appreciate your time. I appreciate, even though I am critical of a lot of things in government,
I'm critical too of a lot of things in government.
Yeah, I mean, we all have thoughts, opinions, and there's all types of conversations. And so, if it can be to where even conversations are had where you take the time to talk about it, that's the only way we get to the point of civility.
I was that kid growing up. I always wanted to skip church on Sunday, and it wasn't because I wanted to sleep in late. It's because I wanted to get up and watch Meet the Press. So I've always had pretty strong political opinions. But I've also been able to say, okay, look at things and say, hey, maybe I can change my, I have the ability
compromise,
to. I can see other points and say, hey, okay, that's a good point you're making there. I can change my stance.
And not make every hill to die on.
Not make every hill to die on.
Because then it becomes watered down and you become irrelevant. One of the things that I've talked about, I don't know that I've even said it publicly, just to give a little bit of homage to Ben a little bit. He was he came in at a very hard situation with Mr. Lowry passing away and stuff, and I think that was very hard because he had that connection to him as being an employee as well, to step in.
Richard was a good guy.
Absolutely. And I think to step in and fill his shoes and not want to feel like he was coming in and grandstanding or anything. I think he's done a great job at coming in and being a very quiet observer of what's going on. He only speaks when he has a reason to speak, and when he speaks with purpose, and he people pay attention when he speaks. It doesn't mean he's always right?
You learn a lot more by sitting back and listening than you do by grandstanding. I agree.
And I think that that's one of the things that I've enjoyed about Ben. He is my commissioner, so I'm a little braggy on that part because he's doing a great job. I mean, great job for us, but I've liked witnessing that because I do listen a little bit differently whenever he speaks up about something. And again, it doesn't mean I'm always agreeing with him on it or his stance on something, but I know that he's saying it with a passion, and this is what is important to him in that moment, because there's so many other things that he will not have to speak on because he just will make a decision based on what he has, but he doesn't feel the need to have to comment on it. So I do appreciate that as far as it goes, and I think that kind of helps and kind of see things in different lights with just differences of opinion. So anyways, I do appreciate your time. I'm going to let you get out of here.
Okay.
And hopefully this is something that helps people make a decision.
Right,
You know, that's all this is about. So
Yeah.
anyways,
Right.
okay, let me put a stop on all of
All
this
right, well,
stuff.
thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Have a good day.
I don't know if I